Hi, good morning, and welcome to the NuSpecian Live Q&A. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Aston. Good morning, morning.
Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are new to NuSpecies, we are a natural health company. Aston, many years ago, invented and we manufacture our own unique line of herbal medicine and plant-based supplements. We also are an integrative health consulting practice where we help you leverage the best of both the natural worlds as well as leverage the best of the medical care that you're being provided. So we host this Q&A every Saturday at 10 a.m. because what is a good choice for you may not be for someone else. And so we want to make sure we give you the answers to your questions that will help you continue along your own unique health journey. So that is what we are here for today. Our agenda is your agenda. So you can feel free at any point to start putting comments or questions about your health, about NuSpecies products, about NuSpecies as a company. Maybe you're completely new and you're trying to learn more. Maybe you are seasoned and have used many of our products and now you just are adjusting your package and you have some questions about how to use your products. And maybe you have just general questions about health or your health or family members' health. So you can ask us anything and we will answer whatever we can intelligently and hopefully have you leave here today feeling more empowered about what you can do to live better and longer, because that is our mission.
Right. And if you ask us questions and we don't have the answers, we'll go find the answers for you. And on the next show, we'll let you know what the answers actually are. So, yes, ask away. Have family members all around the world. You can ask them to join as well. And on that note, Jillian, we're sad about Jamaica. Very sad. We have a lot of family there. NuSpecies family I'm talking about. Yes, I have family there. We have family there. But it's just a sad situation there. Last night I was speaking to a couple of families. One of them who got displaced from Black River, and she was telling us how her son, her husband, her brothers, and her parents huddled in a bathroom and watched the roof being lifted off the house, and they had to run to the neighbor to hopefully not get hurt. So it's really bad there, really bad in some places. And in my own area where I was born, 4 people have actually died, and I don't think those are being counted as yet in the stats that's been given by the government, because that whole area was just locked off blocked off because of the trees and power lines that came down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really bad situation. So we're going to come begging today for you to do donations.
Yeah, we're going to put a link in the chat. There's also a link directly on our website. NuSpecies as a company has already donated directly through the government website, which is what we will link to today and is linked to on our website. And it is the government website, but also we made sure we called one of Aston's brothers who works in the government in Jamaica, and he confirmed this is the appropriate link to be using to donate generally to the recovery efforts and the rescue efforts. But also Aston's family is working to support their local community in St. Elizabeth that was one of the hardest hit by the hurricane.
The hardest hit.
Was the hardest hit.
Mm-hmm. That's where the eye struck. It struck right directly in the middle of St. Elizabeth.
And so we are working to personally that's where we'll be doing additional donations and support to that area. Aston's family, if anything, are mobilizers. They are all about planning and acting. They're always cooking up some sort of solution to all kinds of problems, and so they are well suited for this effort. And so if you have any interest in supporting more specifically St. Elizabeth, you can reach out to us. Just email support@nuspecies.com and Aston will get in touch with you about what his family is working on. Mm-hmm. I can show you, one of the biggest, well, outside of obviously deaths, but a big loss to the community is your local church. I'll pull up some pictures.
It's actually my church. That's where my parents were in the church. My father was a minister, as some of you know, and my mother was a church officer, but she preached as well on Sundays. And And this is a church we all grew up in as children, and before we
So
migrated
here's the
from.
before of the church.
Yeah.
You can see majestic there on the hilltop.
Yep, was
200 over 200 years old, you
it's
said?
about 200 years old. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen many pictures from all their family funerals, and well, I've only
weddings,
since I've
funerals,
met Aston, I've only
baptism.
witnessed funerals. The weddings happened before I met Aston,
Right.
but all of them standing on that grass there on the hill, and then this is what it looks like now. Let me grab that picture.
Yep, this is it. It's been torn down, and this church was made of stones. It was built of stones all the way up to the roof. It was built of stones, and some of the stones have been blown away. So that's how badly. I'm not even saying this is damaged. This is destroyed. This is just destroyed. So, and this represents what's happening in St. Elizabeth and other parishes, adjoining parishes. But where I was born, this is what happens to probably 99% of the homes there. They have no roofs, and in some cases, they're completely destroyed. You go to certain spots. My nephew was telling me last night, and literally, you couldn't even tell a home was there except for the bathroom fixtures sticking out of the concrete in the ground.
Oh my goodness!
That's the only evidence that the house was there. So that's how bad it was,
Wow.
or
And
how bad it is.
of course, there is Diana with the Jamaican spirit, not even letting us mourn. She said, "Sad, but Jamaica will rebuild again." We know it's already begun,
It's begun.
and we
Yes,
want to help. Yeah.
yes, yes. We want to contribute as much as we can to make it easy for them. So right now, what my family is doing, we're getting together packages, just food, toiletries, water. That's all the people say they want right now. Just food, toiletries, water, because all the water has been contaminated, and it's probably going to stay that way for a while. So that's what we're working together to get some help there this weekend and throughout the rest of the week, just to keep them going. Yep.
All right. So the link to support Jamaica as a whole is up here in the chat. It's also on the homepage of our website. And we got that link directly from Aston's brother who works in the government. So we know it's a reliable place to donate.
Mhm.
NuSpecies has already donated through there. And then personally, we will be sending additional donations directly to the community in St. Elizabeth.
Right.
So if you're interested in that particular support effort, you can reach out to us separately at support@newspecies.com, and we can let you know what Aston's family has worked out to get help right to those who need it.
And just donate, whether it's through the government, through our website, or otherwise for St. Elizabeth or for my hometown. Just donate, because all the people need help, and I think they need help equally. And yes, we're going to rebuild. We are going to rebuild, and we're going to do it with your help.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We are not opposed if you have an experience that you'd want to share. If you want to chat something in there, we can bring light to what you might know if you think it's helpful information, or if you just feel the need to have it be heard. We're happy to talk about that today as well. So that is on the table for the agenda outside of health questions. While we are waiting to see if any stories or thoughts come in, we will just quickly let you know that Bronxville is closed today. It's just the second of 2 days that Shania had to take off. So Bronxville won't be open today, but she will reopen on Monday. And then Ashley will be off on Tuesday. So in Elmont, Tuesday, November 4th, the store will close. And then there'll be some other upcoming closures as the year comes to an end, and we'll summarize those. On NuSpecies contact us page, it's a little bit different since we updated the website. Maybe I'll just show it. I'll pull it up. So you can just quickly see, because I want you to know where to go. So you'd be on our app, and then we actually send notifications through the app to let you know when there's closures. And right on the homepage of the app, you'll always see today's business hours, and you can check to make sure the store's open before you travel. But if let me go to share screen. So if you go to our current site, and you'll actually see we have the link for donating to the disaster relief right here on our homepage. There's also a link up here at the top. But if you go to our contact us page, you used to see if a store was closed, I would just edit it directly in the times that the store is open, but it doesn't work as well on this new template. So I just have this extra section now, upcoming closures for employee vacation days. And you'll see yesterday and today for Bronxville, and then Tuesday for Elmont. And I'll keep this updated. If there aren't any upcoming for a month or two, then it'll just say like TBD or something. So that's where you can look on the website. Otherwise, it's always on the app. And I usually try to remember to remind you in our email newsletter, but the app is the best place to go for up to the minute updates. Okay, stop sharing. All right. Diana said there are public schools that you could contact the superintendents of in your city, request for the schools in that city for all canned goods, first aid, trash bags, medicine. So I'm assuming you're saying, Diana, locally in the US or New York. And then the question would be where. I know when we were speaking to Aston's brother, he was saying sometimes the logistics can be difficult as far as working with the government to get the goods in, without a duty or a tax, which is, crazy that that's still a thing when people are trying to get supplies in.
Well,
But did that
yes,
change since you spoke to
they
him?
have. They have suspended, based on what I've heard from him, and the government website is saying so too. They have suspended all duties and fees to bring any kind of relief efforts that people want to bring in. It will not be taxed, or no duties will be paid.
Mhm.
I don't know what you need to be shown to
Mhm.
the port to bring the goods in, but it's all suspended based on what I've learned last night as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Dana said we did that for Puerto Rico and Mexico. If you happen to know where those goods could then be transported to, or I'm sure your family might even know here where how they can ship it there.
I don't know. I don't know.
And this is where like my sci-fi imagination is like, can I just get a drone? Just
Yeah,
fly
I
it
know.
in.
I know.
It's like, we have all this technology. Like, why can't we just use it? Um, Diane says we're going to stand strong together and rebuild our country. Absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And we're going to try to help in any way that we can. Diane confirmed they suspended all fees until the end of November. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
And I'm told it may get extended for another month, but we'll see.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Well, feel free to keep letting us know anything else that we should know to help the relief efforts in Jamaica. Again, we're happy to donate our agenda to that today.
Right. Another reason why people should just donate directly to the government is because one of the concerns my brother works for the government. He works in Jamaica Health for the Prime Minister. So one of the things he was saying was that if private individuals try to ship things in urgently for family members or friends or just to help, it could get held up because the government is going to prioritize, the wider areas of disaster
Mm.
over small communities or individuals. So I'm not
Oh,
saying they may not get whatever is sent,
just not
but
urgently.
it may not be prioritized. And
Right.
then with the way transportation is now, a lot of the roads are still blocked. They're just trying to clear the main roads. So a lot of the roads are blocked. So if they're remote, towns or communities, they may not get cleared up for a week or two or even longer. So whatever goods, like in my community, not just the church was destroyed, the school was destroyed, the post office was destroyed. So all the infrastructure
Mhm.
have been destroyed.
Mhm.
So there's no one to send stuff to for delivery. Let's say it goes to the post office or FedEx or whatever. There's no place to send goods to get redistributed to the people if it's mailed individually. So the
Right.
government now, they have the military and the police and other workers who are getting into the interiors in just to deliver needed services
Mhm.
and goods. That's what's happening right now, but that could change. So my suggestion is just donate directly to the government.
Right. And then if pathways become more clear, we'll update you.
Right.
Yeah. And certainly if you get the update before us, let us know,
Yeah.
and then we'll update through our email list and on our. We actually should put a section about this on our app as well.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, we'll do that today. All right. Um, yeah, we felt weird sending any emails this week and talking about anything other than this week because we know a good chunk of our clients are from Jamaica, and that's probably all that you're thinking about. So we understand. Um,
Yep. There's much more to think about.
mhm.
I spoke with clients yesterday who they have not been able to reach some relatives, even areas in St. James, that's where Montego Bay is, but
Mhm.
they're more on in the outskirts, and they still have not been able to reach some of their relatives.
Right.
So it's still it's still a huge concern, even though it's happened a few days ago. People are just still trying to dig out right now and see what's the extent of the damage is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still carry on the show because you need help. And if we don't help you, you can help if you have relatives back there in Jamaica and the Caribbean who need help, because it's not just Jamaica. Jamaica is hardest hit, but the hurricane also hit other parts of the Caribbean as well. So if we don't help you to stay healthy, you're not going to be able to help people back home who need help. As they say, when you take the plane, you strap yourself in first, not the child. You strap yourself in so you can help the child. In this case, I think the parallel is virtually the same. So we're here to help in any way we can. So if you have any questions um, about the hurricane that we can answer, about your health, ask away or comment away. We're happy to engage in any of these, right?
Yep. I will say in the meantime, I'll just give you some more updates, and please, we'll keep an eye on the chat, and whatever you want to discuss, we'll talk about.
Mhm.
I just wanted you to see there is, yes, Diane, our health is our wealth. Absolutely, absolutely. I know when we think about just like simple comments, like for Austin, their family home, and then a couple of his family members lost good chunks of their roofs, if not completely. And people, oh well, at least they're safe, and a roof can be rebuilt. But in an everyday life, that's still pretty traumatizing, and it's a huge expense. I mean, most people will hold off replacing their roof when it's still there and it needs to be replaced, let alone then having to do it when in a disaster. But in the end, yes, like if we have our health, that is what powers us to continue to pursue anything in our life, whether it's a dire need or a desire. So, New Species will always continue to support that foundational need. Um, So Mary is exactly what I was getting to. She's chatting me. She's like, make sure you tell them about this. Yeah. So
Mhm.
quickly, we did get a couple people who saw our updated label for the mineral complex, and they just weren't sure if it was the same product. So I wanted to just show you because on
Mm.
our website, you'll still see both as we make the transition. So you'll notice we have to update this picture. It's not very nice, but the you'll see down here in this two shot of the B vitamins and the mineral complex, it still says mineral complex, but actually now the updated label is multi-mineral. So that is what mineral complex means. It means you are getting a huge diversity of minerals that constitute what you actually need on a daily basis. So you're getting the whole complex, but not everybody understands that that's what that means. Most people are like, where's my multi-mineral? Where's my multivitamin? So
Where are my trace minerals?
yeah, so we just transitioned to the term that people most often use. So if you get your mineral complex and it comes in as multi-mineral, you're just experiencing the transition in that label. Nothing else has changed. And then the B complex is going to go through the same thing. So our label says B complex with vitamin C. So by B complex, it means you're getting all the B vitamins, and then we add in vitamin C as well. Most people are thinking, okay, well, it's just my B vitamins and vitamin C, but because we put alfalfa in there, you're actually getting a huge diversity of vitamins and minerals. But that does round this out as a multivitamin, and so that is changing to multivitamin. That one hasn't gotten into circulation yet, but it will. So when you see that change, nothing has changed except the name just being a little bit more marketable. But if you have any questions about that, you can let us know. Thank you, Diana. Your products are so amazing. We can feel the difference. Thank you. Thank you. We know that and we feel that every day,
Mhm.
but sometimes you're just like, is it just me? Does anyone else feel it? So when you guys say it, it means the world. We got an awesome testimonial on our Google page yesterday or a couple of days ago, but Google reminded me of it last night and it was so beautiful. And I would love it if more people would do this for us. Let's see. I'm going to click on the reviews. I think it was through Elmont. Yeah, here it is. I'll share this. Oh, look at me just sharing my screen like crazy today. Um, is it here? Yeah. So D. Marianne had posted, I'm so thankful to God and to NuSpecies for how their products helped my father, Malcolm Ford. When nothing else seemed to
Mm.
work, we prayed and decided to try NuSpecies herbal supplements. Over time, we saw a real change. His prostate health improved, his test results showed a major drop, and he had more strength and peace, which is a big thing Aston talked about in our email newsletter last week.
Mm.
I truly believe God worked through these natural herbs to bring healing and hope. Thank you, NuSpecies, for being a part of that miracle. So that was so beautiful to read. And, we do get other reviews, but I'd like this to never stop scrolling. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So if you guys could help us with that, you have to review us on the actual location. So either NuSpecies, Pauling, Bronxville, or Elmont, but it doesn't matter where you put the review. Just having it there means everything to us. So thank you, Diana. And if you want to go put that feedback over on Google as well, that'd be great. And then on our website as well, you can actually,
By the way, before you get to the
yeah,
website, this lady, she's actually a minister. I think she's a bishop, and that makes what she's saying about her dad and the help they believe new species is given even more special.
mm,
Yeah,
that explains her take there. God
yeah,
working through the herbs, which is exactly what it is. I mean,
yep,
it's why you call our God formulas because these are the herbs, the plants that are in our habitat created by God to support us, and we
right,
just need to stop ignoring it and use it.
right.
Uh, just the last thing about reviews.
Hmm.
So on our website,
So thank you,
um,
Donald. Thank you very much for that review,
all
and
right.
thank you in advance, all of you who plan to do it and have gotten to this yet.
If let me see, are you guys seeing when I go to the yeah, okay, switching. All right. So if you go down, I have to move it because it's below related products, but now we have this customer reviews section on our website. So you can actually review the specific products you've taken, and then the review will actually be living right on our website. Google is great too because it exists no matter whatever happens to our website. But when people are shopping, they are here. And if there are reviews directly on the product that they're trying to buy, it helps others feel confident that NuSpecies can help them too. So if you are ever feeling up to it, you want to just go through a few of the products you've taken and write something positive, we'd really appreciate it.
And I know you all of you love the new species detox. Every single one of you, even though it's bitter and it tastes like dirt, I know you all love it. So go there and give us a review on the detox, especially the detox.
Yvonne said she is a minister. Did you miss say what she was?
Yeah, minister.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Yvonne.
Um,
I wasn't fully listening when when you were saying that, so I didn't remember
so
what you
yeah,
said.
she's a minister, and she's responsible. She has great responsibilities for I think nationwide
Mhm.
for all the for her church. So she's just a very special person. She and her family. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And of course, Mary, being a superhero, said she just removed where the reviews show up. Isn't that easy? Look at that. Okay, now I'll show you that. Since y'all aren't talking about anything else, you're leaving this one up to me here. So I'll just quickly show you, Mary. So like when you're at the product page and you scroll down, now the customer review will show up immediately before the related products, which loving that.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's even easier to find.
Right.
Ah, we're so on top of things this year. I feel
And
like we're just
yeah, you all are
making the improvements
you all
and
are kicking us into gear, and you and Mary made some improvements, or Mary, I should say, with the search on doing more extensive search on the website about new species. You want to talk about that?
oh, the AI. Oh, you should have talked about that with Mary when she was on last
I did.
week.
We did.
You did.
We
Okay.
just want to announce to let people
Yeah.
know they can just
I'll
go on
just share
there.
if you want to talk about what you guys were working on, and I'll share the screen and show. Actually, Mary, do you want to share it and show if there's something you want to specifically about the AI,
Well, it's
the bot?
basically being able to do more extensive search about new species, products,
Mm-hmm.
our services, what we do, our blog. You know, a lot of our articles, the information in our blog is now it's all get condensed
Right.
because of they can do the AI search on our website,
Right.
and I think that's just a lovely thing because
All right. So you see the little widget there on the left-hand corner. You see this on most websites now. It's an AI chatbot, and I used to avoid them all the time on sites because I was like, it's not a human, and I don't want to talk to it. But now I realize it's a great way to just get closer to what you're trying to ask or figure out, and have a bit more information about what the company would want me to know
Mhm,
before I actually talk to the human,
mhm.
and then I can be really razor sharp when I finally talk to a human. Um, but we'd also love for you to talk to our bot just to see what it says to you because we're loading up all this information and we're refining it. But it would be good to know just from people who know and love us if you feel like the chatbot is representing new species in an accurate light.
Right.
So it'd be great if you went and had some conversations. Now we can see the conversations on the back end, so keep it polite.
And a
Yeah.
lot of clients have, you know, refer over the years, refer family and friends, coworkers, etc. And they would go to our website and not get the information they would like to get about what is new species, what are, you know, what are we about, what do we do, where are we from, where are we located, etc., etc. So now they can go to the website and they can search and they can get all this information before they make the call to us to, you know, to get help or to purchase. So that's why this is so important also, is because we're now condensing all the articles we've had, a lot of information we've had that you never had access to. We're sharing it with you now, so you can just go in here and search. And if you search for something and you haven't found it, then you should let us know. We created new species, we invented new species, we invented the formula, so we know everything. So if there's information you need that you're not seeing when you search for it now, just let us know and we can load it up. We have it. We've been
Mhm.
doing this for over 20 years, so we have that information. Okay. So now freely reach out to friends and family and let them know that they can come and do searches and get the information they're looking for about who we are, what do we do, you know. So please take advantage of it.
Right. And then Mary, there's no point where this bot eventually can become a one of our reps, right? We're not actually chatting support yet. So the closest we're getting to chat support right now is texting, which is basically the same thing. So you can just our normal everyday number that you call, you can also text. So if you prefer to text or chat with a rep, just text us and we'll get back to you. Now, when I send out notifications about discounts or like our mass text marketing messages, you can reply to that, but it's going to auto reply and say please text the main line just because there's just too many inboxes to monitor, so we don't actually chat with you directly from our marketing messages. But always, like, when you store new species contact, put that main line there. Remove any toll-free numbers you might have, because even if they still reach us, eventually we will discontinue those. Just always use the 845-440-7458 number. Mary just highlighted it there in the chat pot. But it's on our contact page, of course. And then you can just text or call that number whenever you need to reach us. Otherwise, I would love to know what you think about this cool new AI bot we're training
Yeah.
to try to talk like us. All
All right.
right.
Mhm.
Folks are quiet today. We see a bunch of you are on. I know you're probably listening, but if you have any thoughts or questions, curiosities, we're here for you.
I'd like to go back to the B vitamins a little bit.
Sure.
Clients have asked me over the years, why is it a multivitamin and we don't have vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K
Hey. Mhm.
in there? And because I think a lot of you are able to go out and the market and buy a multivitamin that has the one bottle has vitamin A, D, E, K, right? And the science we know is very, very different. The science we know is that these other vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K, they're fat soluble. So you can mix them with the other B vitamins. They
Mm.
just can't be mixed together.
At least if you're getting them from a natural source.
Yes,
If
that's a
you're just
very good
creating them in a lab,
qualification
you can do
there.
whatever you
You can,
want.
right, right.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to bottle these other vitamins separately, because we're giving you vitamins from natural sources.
Right.
And I hope that makes sense to you all. And you know, I like to invite you all to just go research it. I guess the easiest place to do it is just Google it and see what you get, even
I
though
know.
Google may not be necessarily
Yeah.
correct all the time.
I
But
know. It's tough. It's
but
tough. There's so much bad information out there.
yeah, but
Yeah. And there is still so many, well-meaning practitioners who are thinking of vitamins and minerals like drugs, especially if they are prescribing them as part of your medical treatment. So you need vitamin D, you need, whatever they're recommending. Um, they're thinking of prescribing them like drugs. And so they're not thinking twice about whether or not this is just a chemical that was made in a lab versus actually provided from a natural source. And they may often talk down about the natural sources by saying, well, that's not a high enough amount. And there probably is a difference. There may be even a use for a synthetic vitamin D. Maybe if they're saying it's super low and they want you to take the 10,000 or 20,000 IU's for a short period of time. I don't know if it's a month or two and it satisfies your doctor. Maybe there's nothing wrong with it. We're not studying that specifically. We couldn't tell you if it's going to hurt you or not. But if you can get your levels up with a natural vitamin D like ours, that comes from raw wild cod liver oil, Norwegian cod liver oil, then and we've seen, in just a few months, when mine was really low, go up to an acceptable level. It's not still wasn't high enough, but I just have to keep going until my next test to see how it went.
mhm.
But yeah, if you can get out of the danger zone with something natural, then that's always preferable. But again, if you have to use the chemical stuff to satisfy your doctor, they're telling you 2 or 3 months and then go get one over the counter, then we'd recommend you switch to NuSpecies vitamin D to continue that maintenance
Right.
healthfully. Mhm.
And then our vitamin D also, we didn't put vitamin A in there. It comes with the vitamin A. So
Right.
that's why it's a vitamin A and D, because it naturally has vitamin A.
Right.
And that's another question that I get from, from clients. Another question I get is about the vitamin K. Why we don't have vitamin K as part of our vitamins or multivitamins, or have it separately? Well, vitamin K, yes, it can help with bones and other issues in the body, but it's also a blood thinner. It's a blood thinner, and you wouldn't want us to be just automatically putting blood thinning nutrients in our formulas, right? Because a lot of you are also on blood thinners. You're taking Eliquis and other blood thinners, and you just don't want to have this made into our vitamins, right? Or even have it separately. We don't. We would never. I don't believe we'll ever carry vitamin K.
Yeah. Ideally, bacteria is supposed to produce vitamin K, just like bacteria produces B12.
Hmm.
So when often if people find out you're vegetarian and they're like, "Oh, you're going to be low on B12," even though even people who are not vegetarian are low on B12. It's a very frustrating conversation to be having, but it's because our gut is not balanced. You don't have enough of the good bacteria that actually produces vitamin K. It's not something we're really supposed to be getting from our food. Same thing with B12. Food is not a great source of B12. So bacteria is supposed to produce it. And in fact, the B12 that is in our B complex was produced by bacteria. That is the natural source that we're saying that it comes from. So that's really where those are supposed to come from. Anytime you're supplementing outside of your diet or a natural lifestyle, it's not going to be ideal. But when we provide those vitamins outside of food, we're doing it the best way and the safest and most effective way that can be done. And then ideally, again, it's a supplement. So you should be using it maybe as a crutch until you get your diet in check so that you're getting the majority of your nutrients from your food.
Right. So our bodies can't make certain vitamins. Most vitamins our bodies can't make it. And that's why we have a multivitamin. And As you know, a lot of the foods don't have enough vitamins because the foods themselves are malnourished because of the soil, because of the
Mm,
environment, because of the air, because pesticides, larvicides, other chemicals are used. So a lot of the nutrients are destroyed or compromised. So that's why we have our B vitamins with vitamin C, or it's now called our multivitamin, and then we provide these additional vitamins separately that you can get as well, so you can ensure you're getting the complete B vitamins. So none of these vitamins, except maybe vitamin D, the body will make some vitamin D, but as a lot of you know, and I know, I'm from Jamaica, and a lot of clients I have in Jamaica, they have low vitamin D, even though there's sun there year round, and they have chronic low vitamin D just as people here in the
mhm.
United States or in North America. So
So because vitamin D is, again, is not really a vitamin, it's a hormone, and your body has to produce it. And the sun stimulates your body to produce it. But you actually need large portions of your skin to be exposed to the sun for longer periods of time during the day in order to get your vitamin D up. So you would need to maybe be in a bathing suit outside
yes,
all day every day,
yes, go to
the
work
way
in bathing
humans used
suit.
to live, a long, long time ago,
Yeah.
to get your vitamin D up. And especially if your skin, you have darker pigmentation in your skin, you're actually naturally to protect your body from the rays of sun, because people with
Uh,
darker skin originally came from places with a lot of sun.
right.
It's going to be harder to get the
Enough
vitamin D,
vitamin
enough
D.
vitamin D.
Yep. Yep. And we should talk about that in another show. Regionalism. I've been doing a lot of work, and this is something you and I talk about for many, many years, about the foods from different places in the world, people who are from different places in the world, and then they travel to different environs
Mhm.
in the world, and how it affect their bodies, affect their immune system, and the damage that can be done is quite extensive. Whether it's white folks coming from Eastern Europe or Europe to this side of the world, or to the Caribbean or Africa, or and vice versa, is just destructive
Mm.
to their immune system and their health in general. And a lot of people don't know that. So at some point, we should dedicate a show to regionalism, foods
Mm.
from different parts of the world, and how, and migration, people who migrate to different parts of the world and how it affects their health.
Yeah, I was just thinking, my brain went off a little bit, but how when Usain Bolt was running, and it was like all the rage about what he was doing to just be such a phenomenal athlete.
You mean eating yams?
Yeah, and then you had brought up that like he eats a lot of yam, and then you're talking about regional food, and not that yams aren't everywhere, but it's definitely a more of a staple in Jamaican diet than like an American diet. And then last night, what was my nephew saying? That his teacher told him that like the best carb to store up for, sports energy was like pasta and what else?
Something
And I was
else.
just like,
I forget.
no. And I was like, actually, like, you should look into yams. And he was like, what?
What's
Why
that?
would my teacher say that? I'm like, I don't know why people talk about these things when they haven't really looked into it at all. But pasta, no, not the best carb loading for being an athlete. Um, and then our son being in sports, it's hard to fight the whole Gatorade brainwashing, which is very frustrating that they even let children. And actually, oh my gosh, at the one of the football games I was at, they actually put out candy on a table behind all the players because they want them to eat sugar and get like a sugar rush during the game. And I'm like, that's actually how you create inflammation and long term create injuries. So I that just frustrates me so much that they're just promoting this dangerous
It is
nutritional
dangerous.
hacks that are not actually nutritional at all. And there's so many other things they could be doing, like eating apples or whatever to get electrolytes and power themselves up for sports.
Yeah, ignorance filled world, and
Mhm.
that's why we're here to provide you good information. We could talk about the mineral complex if there are no questions. We could switch. We really get into the B vitamins and other vitamins today. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please ask away. So, and then we're going to go to I like to go to the mineral complex unless you have something else. Joe, just wanted you all to know that minerals to our bodies can't make minerals. Our bodies can't make minerals. Our bodies can't. And then the trace minerals that are part of our mineral complex, our multi-mineral, our bodies can't make those trace minerals. we have to give it to our bodies. And if we're trying to get it from foods, if the foods are malnourished or degraded because of the soil, the environment, etc., you can eat all the organic foods you want to eat. You're not going to get enough minerals. Minerals help to build the cells. Minerals help to build enzymes. Everything we say, you should Google it. And enzymes are the workhorses of our bodies. If you want your body to fix, if you want your bodies to clean itself, if you want your body to fix itself, the enzymes have to be operative. They have to be there 24/7. They have to be there every second doing the work to power the immune system, power our nerves, power our muscles, power our organs. And they need really good, powerful minerals, clean minerals to do it. The minerals are the powerhouses for our enzymes to operate. So that's why we have a natural multi-mineral with trace minerals, all the trace minerals. So if you want to know what the trace minerals are, Google or pull up your periodic table of chemicals, and you'll see all of those chemicals in there when they're in trace amount. Trace amount means out of a million particles, it's 100 particles you're getting out of the million. That's what it means. Trace minerals. You're getting that, and you look at the periodic table, you see all those chemicals. The trace is the small amounts our bodies need to support itself because we are made by nature. We're made by God. God made us from nature. So all these chemicals in nature, all these chemicals in stars, we have them in our body. So that's what the mineral complex is. That's what the multi-mineral is. That's what the multivitamin is. Yes.
And what you'll see in our labels is with the multivitamin, you will notice that there are more than the 100% daily value recommended by the FDA, because vitamins will be damaged when you cook your food.
Mhm.
And so our supplement, we want to make sure are getting actually all the vitamins you need, because you may not be getting any from your food. And we even go way above the 100%, because we know that over time vitamins will oxidize. So what we want to do is put more than that 100%, so that even if you took you 3 to 4 years to use the product, even if the vitamins have oxidized, you will always at the very least have that 100% of the daily value. So that's how we've designed our
That's
vitamins.
very important.
Yes. Now, the minerals, you won't see that, because minerals don't get damaged when you cook your food. They're not alive in the sense like vitamins are, they're just chemicals. So they won't get damaged when you cook your food. So people tend to get some minerals from their food.
Mhm.
And then your supplement just needs to make up the difference. So that's why you will see with our mineral complex and our calcium complex, we don't necessarily need to strive to get you that 100% of the daily value.
That's very important to know. And yes, the minerals or the chemicals are indestructible. To destroy them, you have to get heat up to what's in a star, literally, because the stars are what that's what make all the chemicals we have are actually made in stars. Did you all know that? All the chemicals that are in existence, not the ones made in labs. All the chemicals in the periodic table that are made by God or made by nature, they're made in stars. Every single chemical. So we need those in our bodies because especially if you get them from a natural form, you cook, but then hopefully your liver has the enzymes, and your liver can create the enzymes, or the pancreas to metabolize them. So that's why we have the raw mineral, or our multi-mineral is raw. It's from plant sources, so it's raw. It has the enzymes, has the proteins that come with all that, the body needs to properly absorb it. And that's why we promote, raw foods. I mean, I cook foods from time to time. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I eat only raw foods. No, I eat cooked foods, but I balance what I eat with a lot of raw foods, vegetables, salads, fruits, nuts, grains, all of that. I balance it out that way. So your body needs, our liver as we get older are not going to make as much enzymes and proteins as when we were younger. And that's why people start losing muscles. You start lose muscle tone because the body just can't function that way, the way it used to. Gravity is just dragging us down into the ground. So you have to be able to be taking powerful multimineral, powerful multivitamin, get your exercise in, good diet, drink lots of water. I haven't had any water to drink today yet, but when I'm done, I'm going to load up.
You just talk yourself into it.
Yeah. I just realized that I haven't had my glass of water. I try to have a glass of water every morning because it helps me a lot. Just to feel before I do anything at all, I try to have a glass of water every morning. You just give me energy. It goes down there, and I can feel it running through, going
Mhm.
down. And there's nothing like it when it's down there, just moving. You can just feel it moving through because the intestines, the colon, they're all empty, generally empty. So that's what we need to do to live better and live longer, folks. Just the vitamins, the minerals alone, natural and powerful and raw, like we have it. You just do that, good diet, good lifestyle, and trust me, you will live longer short of being hit by Hurricane Melissa. You will live longer.
And luckily, most people survive that. So,
Yes, they have.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of Jamaica, Sharon is saying, this is Sharon from Jamaica. We spoke about 3 months ago. How can we communicate? So, Sharon, if you're able to just email support at newspecies.com and give us the phone number, Aston can call you on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
She's just reminding you she has severe pain in both feet. Her doctor says she has cellulitis.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that. She needs help. She's in pain, as she writes.
Okay.
Yeah. So absolutely, Sharon. If you're in Jamaica, I am not sure how realistic it will be to get product to her anytime soon.
Well, Kingston, the airport there is open, and
Mhm.
that's what they're primarily using now. So I'm sure they have a lot of flights going in. I see where a lot of people are going there, flying there,
Flying. Okay.
especially, you know, the celebrators are going there to help out. I see a lot of that, but I assume they're taking their own planes. So, but I heard the airport in Kingston is open now. So,
Okay. Well, Sharon, hopefully you are in Kingston or in an area that still is able to get delivery of packages.
right.
And then, yeah, we can make sure we get some product to you. So just email again, like I put in the chat, and let us know what number Aston can call you on. He'll call you on WhatsApp if that works for you. If there's some other way, then let us know. All right. Well, it's almost 10 to 11. So I would say, unless you have anything else you want to.
Well, we covered the vitamins. I'm happy that we spent some time
Yeah.
talking about our multivitamin and multimineral, and maybe each week, and we can pick a product and talk about it, and everything I say, I think, Mary, can be found on, if they're able to search our website, use the AI tool we have, and you can get a lot of this information, and we have a whole lot more to put up there just to educate you and your friends and family and your children. A lot of your kids are taking new speeches as well, and what we are, what we do, and why we do what we do, and why it works so well.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
those were some of the updates from today. If you came to the show late, we New Species has already donated through the Jamaican government. We have the link on the homepage of our website, and we also put the link at the top of the chat here, but Mary can pop it in again. We got that link from Aston's brother who works in the government, so we know it's a reliable place to donate. We personally will also be donating to the local community in St. Elizabeth, where Aston's family lives and where he's from. So that is our personal little mission there. If you, for some reason, have a special interest in that area as well, and you want to know what they're rallying to do, you can just reach out to us and through support@newspecies.com or call the number and let us know, and Aston can let you know what they're up to. Otherwise, don't hesitate. Even $5, even $1, just whatever you can. If a million people gave him $1, that's $1 million. So it really does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And especially just with thinking of charitable thinking with the holidays coming up, I can't think of any better cause right now, at least from our perspective.
I agree.
So,
Totally agree.
so we're talking about that. Again, on the homepage of our website is a link to donate directly through the Jamaican government. Bronxville is closed today, so we'll be reopened there on Monday. Shania is just off for today, so if you need anything from Bronxville, just head over there on Monday. And then on Tuesday, Elmont will be closed because Ashley will be off. So just those two minor interruptions. We appreciate your patience when that happens, because of course our team needs time off and we happily close the store for them. And so we hope you support that as well. And then lastly, if you haven't yet before you leave today, please subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to build up our followers. And we want to create on the internet a legitimate looking organization that NuSpecies is in real life, that we want to be reflected online. So if you're online and you can follow us or like us or support our work in any way, it helps others when they research us see that NuSpecies may be a solution for them too. So it's truly to help other people. Yes, it helps NuSpecies grow, which is what we want, but only to be able to help others. So you can leave us a review on Google. You can leave us a review directly on a product on our website that you've used. And you can also leave us testimonials in the chat here, and I screenshot them and I put them in our email newsletter. If you go to the homepage of our website while you're there, if you want to donate to relief efforts for Hurricane Melissa, you can, but you can also click on the little icon on the right, which allows you to join our email and our text list to stay up to date with everything happening at NuSpecies. We pretty much send about one email a week unless we're doing a discount. And then we send more reminders. You can also download the NuSpecies app and we'll send you notifications directly to your phone.
Yep, I think we have covered it. And a family member just chatted me to say that it's care packages. I think you all know what those are. Care packages is what they're preparing to just drive around and hand out to residents, especially those who are displaced. And the care package would have water, toiletries, and just basic foods that they can keep going until they get their lives back together. So that's what we are going to be doing. That's what we started to do this weekend, and we're going to continue supporting it until there's full recovery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the rest of your next week. And we will be back here next Saturday at 10 a.m. as always. So we hope you'll join us and let your family and friends know in the meantime. Those you've been trying to tell about NuSpecies, this is a perfect place for them to talk directly to the inventor and creator and founder and CEO of NuSpecies, and then little old me. So we're happy to
that.
we're happy to help them get past any skepticism or any confusion or overwhelm they might have when it comes to trying to take on some natural healing or a natural lifestyle and get them going in the right direction.
Right. And I hope, all of you who are affected, family members back home, I hope they're safe. And we're here to support in any way we can.
Yes. And if you think of anything else we should know that we can announce through our email list, on our app, through our text list, keep us informed and we will pass along that information.
All right. Thank you very much. And we see you next time.